people about what took his life.
David and his family in our hearts tonight. That's Nightly News. Thank you for watching. I'm Lester Holt. Please take care of yourself and each other. Good night.
Was your daughter in some kind of trouble?
She joined some cult.
She was on a righteous path. We haven't done anything wrong.
We stand united.
RVA has helped me learn by giving me more hands-on activities.
I can watch his writing develop. He has confidence to ask questions of his teachers if he doesn't understand. He's composing his own schedule, which is a lot like what a young adult is going to need to learn how to do, and he's learning that at 11.
My favorite part about being in the RVA is all the amazing clubs. I get on some clubs, and then I realize that there are so many people like me.
Weather Watch 12, weather from where you live. Live on NBC 12, this is News Watch 12 at 6.
Good evening and welcome to News Watch 12 at 6. I'm Jessica Jukic.
And I'm Dan Hagan. Over 800 people were in attendance today at a local job fair, and the fair was organized by students. Students in the sports, entertainment, and marketing class at Merrill High School were assigned to plan and carry out the school's annual career fair. Students in the class earn both high school and college credits for the course. Ethan Ravin is a junior, and he's one of the organizers of the career fair.
We have over 65 employers that came in and set up booths, and then students go around and talk to them, potentially finding a new job, new career, whatever that they may like. Then in the auditorium, we have a career panel where local businessmen and women are up on stage, and then they answer questions.
The student organizers were required to contact businesses and invite them to the event. They also had to publicize the fair to other students and the community.
So we reached out to many employers around the community to come here to attend the job fair, sending out flyers. I was also in a radio station ad, advertising this.
Students say they're proud of how successful the day went. This year's event was the most attended career fair at the high school.
Jeff, it's a cool day out there, but we have something to look forward to.
Yeah, quick reminder, it is early April, but it felt like February out there today, didn't it, with that gusty wind?
And I'm seeing a lot of snow piles, very high. Those might last until June.
We are really going to melt those, by the way. Okay. We have 70s in the 7-day forecast. Not yet, though, and there was a speed bump along the way on Saturday morning. Check out these wind gusts today, though. 43 to Antigo, also in Rhinelander, 41 for Wausau. We had wind gusts near 40, temperatures in the 30s today. Gave us feel-like temperatures in the teens throughout the day today. The wind out there now, though, is going to die down tonight. Actually could go calm for a couple hours this evening and then come back tomorrow, but out of the south tomorrow. That's a sign that warmer air is flooding in, and that's going to bring us those warmer temperatures for the weekend, the holiday weekend, and for much of next week. Out there now, though, not so warm, right? 31 here in Rhinelander, 33 for Tomahawk, Arborvita 31 as well. This is not normal. The average high upper 40s. No one's doing that today, but hold on. We're going to get there tomorrow, but the speed bump, though, is basically Saturday morning, a narrow band of snow that could give somebody a 2 to 6 inch snowfall early Saturday morning. Our forecast, though, for tonight, though, is mostly clear skies and cold with low temperatures down near 10. Your full forecast is coming up. Jessica.
Thank you, Jeff. Today, Governor Tony Evers signed a bipartisan bill to attract and retain county jail staff. Assembly Bill 28 is expanding benefits for county jailers under the Wisconsin retirement system. It will allow them to take early retirement at 50 years old and receive duty disability benefits. It classifies county jailers as protective occupation participants without them requiring that they have involved in active duty like law enforcement. It will take effect on January 1st.
Emergency responders have to be ready for everything, but it's such a life or death job that learning on the job isn't the best option. That's where simulations come in. Nicolet College hosted a scenario-based training exercise today. The simulation brought together students as well as professionals like law enforcement, the EMS, and nurses.
The simulations have been hugely successful in bringing community members to participate, also to watch the simulation. And it's also a great experience for everybody involved.
During the day, the simulation focused on individuals working together on an individual having a mental health crisis. Gettner says she enjoys seeing the students and professionals work together.
The collaboration amongst anything is my favorite part of this, to see all the different disciplines come together and work together to understand the importance of mental health in our communities.
There's a need right now for emergency responders, especially in rural areas. If you're interested, reach out to your local fire department or community college to learn more ways how to help. There's only around 1 month left in the regular season for high school softball, but there are still teams that haven't played their first game yet.
However, Rhinelander has been able to get some playing time in, and they start conference play today. That's all thanks to the Hodag Dome, which is where Newswatch 12's Saul Meyer is right now. Saul?
That's right, Dan and Jessica. I'm here at the Hodag Dome for the Great Northern Conference opener for high school softball. We've got Northland Pines taking on the host team, Rhinelander, with both teams splitting the series last year, so they're looking to get the advantage this year. And on top of this being the conference opener, it's also the season opener for Northland Pines, who haven't played a game this year. Rhinelander, on the other hand, has played 5 games so far and hold a 2-3 record. Their ace pitcher, Addie DeMeyer, says that the experience that they've gotten should be able to translate to a win.
I think you can expect to win. We've been working hard. We have a really nice group of girls this year that want to work hard. They want to win. We have really fun girls too. We get along, and we've been working hard these past few weeks, so I think we are going to come out strong.
One of the other team captains, Abigail Johnson, says that the team has been mentally focusing for this matchup.
I'm expecting us to come out with a really good attitude right away in the beginning of the game. A lot of these girls are super upbeat, and I'm really excited for them to bring all the energy that we've been working for, right in the beginning of the conference. I'm just really excited to see how far we get this year.
This won't be the only game happening at the Hodag Dome tonight, with Lakeland Union taking on Crandon in a Northern Lakes Great Northern Conference battle. First pitch for those games will be in just a few minutes at 6:30, and we'll be able to get y'all all the highlights for those games tonight at 10. But for now, reporting here live in Rhinelander, I'm Saul Meyer, Newswatch 12.
Looking forward to that. Thank you, Saul. Today marks Holy Thursday in the church calendar. It's a time where Christians honor Jesus' Last Supper.
Part of that is the washing of feet. Newswatch 12's Matt Weaver has more from Holy Family Catholic Church in Woodruff on this tradition.
It's a powerful message of loving service.
Washing feet is a Christian tradition with historical origins.
It comes back to the Gospel of John, where it's described that Jesus at supper, kind of took off his outer garments, put on kind of a towel around his waist, and went down and bent down in humble service to wash the disciples' feet.
In the early church, believers followed this practice, and eventually it was brought into Holy Thursday Mass for Catholics in 1955 by Pope Pius XII.
The dynamism, the power of that symbol was then made available to more people, because people would be here to celebrate the Lord's Supper. And so more people could participate in the power of that ritual of Jesus humbling himself.
Today, 12 members of a parish are able to partake in the practice.
The numbers are important, and so 12 has to do with the 12 tribes of Israel. Then the new Israel, the 12 apostles. And then to symbolize it again, we have 12 people to symbolize those 12 apostles.
Like Jesus, priests offer it as a service to their congregants.
It's a humbling thing where we are meant to be servants of the people. And that ritualizes that very powerfully. You can see that we're there to serve them, not to be served by them. But even Jesus, with his authority, said that that's not the most important thing. Authority is not about power. It's about the power of love. And that's expressed in service.
Beginning at the Last Supper and continuing through today, parishes across the world hold this ritual in high regard.
You sustain them because they have a power to speak to people. And so you maintain those traditions to maintain your beliefs and your practices.
In the Northwoods, Matt Weaver, Newswatch 12.
Washing feet will be a part of Holy Family's Mass tonight, which begins at 7 p.m. A high-ranking member of the polygamist group FLDS is putting down roots in Wisconsin.
Coming up after the break, we'll hear neighbors' concerns after Seth Jeffs built a home in Menominee. That's After Weather with Jeff right here on Newswatch 12.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Furniture and Appliance Mart.
Come on! Time for Downey McBride to go to work. Y'all gotta sniff this stuff. Whoop, whoop. Smells great, Downey.
Cul-de-sacs.
Downey unstoppable. You gotta sniff it to believe it.
Hey, have you seen that realtor with all those billboards?
Hold my beer.
Get local, award-winning injury lawyers. Get Nicolay.
Carpet City. Come to Carpet City Flooring Center's biggest sale ever and receive free carpet installation or save $300, $600, or even $1,000 on all hard surface flooring. That's right, free carpet installation or extra savings up to $1,000 on hard surface flooring. If you need flooring, now is the time to buy. Only at Carpet City Flooring Center's biggest sale ever. Our prices will floor you.
When you rent a Culligan water softener, there is no down payment or maintenance costs. Imagine all you could do with the savings. Dive into better water. Contact your local Culligan water dealer.
For 46 years straight, more of you have trusted Ford F-Series trucks to help save the day. Stretch the weekend. Haul or tow. Just about anything, anywhere. That's because they're built Ford tough, and it's why Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks 46 years straight. And for that, we thank you. Because this isn't just about our capability, it's about yours.
Well, we're not quite here yet, but for the first time in a long time, 70-degree temperatures are in the 7-day forecast, and that is going to feel really good around here and melt a lot of snow midweek through next week. In fact, here we go. Tomorrow, up in the 40s. Okay, we'll take it. The average high about 47. We should do that on Saturday, and then Easter Sunday, 55, 59 for Monday, and look what happens. That's mid-60s on Tuesday, and then in the 70s, low 70s, well, okay, Wednesday and Thursday, and some signs now that those could stick around for a while through the end, at least, of next week. Out there today, though, not so much. Lots of partly cloudy skies with temperatures hanging out in the low 30s. Again, the average high being 47. Nobody's doing that today. With a west wind right now at 16, making it feel like 20 at the airport in Rhinelander. Over in Wausau, it was 40 last hour. Now it's 38 with a really strong west wind sustained at 25, making it feel like 27. So again, this is not normal, but we're going to work on that tomorrow. Around the horn, temperatures hanging out in the 30s to low 40s. Wapaka, you are at 44 right now. But all of us tomorrow are going to get a lot warmer, and they should stick around too. In fact, the long-range temperature outlook now through mid-parts of April keeps the Great Lakes, in the Midwest, and the South above average in temperatures. We'll take it. That could firmly plant us at least in the 60s and maybe a couple low 70s in there as well. We got to keep an eye on this, though, because if we melt the snowpack too quickly, we could get some flooding. There's about 9 inches of liquid in our snowpack right now. We want to melt that slowly as the ground thaws out as well. Otherwise, flooding is a concern for us next week and the week after. All right, what a windy day, right? Antigo, 43. Same here in Rhinelander, Wausau, 41. This is beginning to die down, but it was brutal for a while this morning with wind gusts like this. 20-degree temperatures gave us wind chill factors today in the single digits for a couple hours. But overall, that wind's going to die down tonight, and tomorrow go calm for a couple hours early. And then look what happens here, right? It's going to turn out of the south tomorrow. That's the beginning of our warm-up. That's going to stick around into the weekend and beyond. There is a speed bump, though. It's a rather lively one that could get in here early Saturday morning in the form of snow and what could be a healthy snowfall for somebody. More on that here in a second. But for now, lots of clear skies across the state tonight means radiational cooling. The lighter winds tonight could give us low temperatures down near 10. But there's a little system to the west of us, a little guy right there, energy right there. That's going to bring us some energy early Saturday morning, like 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. And that could set up a narrow band, like a 50-mile wide narrow band of snow across our area, probably centered right along Highway 29. And somebody in here could see snowfall rates of 1 to 2 inches per hour for a couple hours. Thus, somebody could get 6 inches of snow snow on Saturday morning. It's going to melt rather quickly, though, with temperatures in the 40s throughout the afternoon. Our forecast, though, tonight, though, is no 40s tonight, right? Lots of clear skies, breezy still, low temperatures down near 10 with a really gusty southwest wind dying down. For tomorrow, it's Friday. Finally, lots of sunshine, less windy and warmer, with high temperatures near 41 and a southeast breeze around 5 tomorrow. That's going to feel good. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northern Furniture and Mattress shows tomorrow, very nice day. There's that chance for snow Saturday morning, looking like just south of Rhinelander, just north of Wausau, someone in there, a 30-mile wide band of snow. Could see several inches. Easter Sunday looking really good, 55. And then look what happens. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, all dry with warming temperatures into the 70s by midweek. Dana, Jessica?
The Mormon Church abandoned polygamy, or having multiple wives, more than a century ago. But the fundamentalist wing of the church still follows the practice.
And now some people in a small town in western Wisconsin are concerned because a fundamentalist leader and known polygamist moved in just down the road. Julia Lopez has the story.
The minute you say that Jeff's name, people's ears perk up and they are worried that that's right here in our area.
Seth Jeffs was identified by the Associated Press as a high-ranking polygamist group leader in 2016. Now he lives just a mile down the road from Lisa Bertetto and her husband Kevin in the town of Lucas.
I've seen, I'll just call him Mr. Jeffs, I've seen him, will not make eye contact when he's at the mailbox and whatnot. Very, very private.
Public records show Seth Jeffs bought this secluded 80-acre property in 2020.
I know that people are aware. I know that people aren't too fond of it.
Jeffs is tied to the Fundamentalist Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, or FLDS. The Bertettos say after watching a 2022 Netflix documentary on the FLDS, Keep Sweet, Pray and Obey, which features Seth Jeffs, they and other neighbors have grown unsettled.
Now it's spreading. People are really hearing about this now, and they're going, holy smokes.
Lisa says she's seen women in her neighborhood dressed similarly to the women in the Netflix documentary.
Strange hair, bonnet, long dress, boots.
In 2005, Seth pleaded guilty to harboring a fugitive. That fugitive was his brother Warren Jeffs, who at the time was on the FBI's top 10 most wanted list. He's serving a life sentence for the sexual assault of underage girls he considered his brides. Since then, Seth has been tied to a polygamist compound in South Dakota that was ordered to be sold in 2021. He recently bought land in Minnesota and was ordered to halt construction in 2019 for violating building codes.
And now, Menominee, they end up in our backyard.
Dunn County public records show he does have zoning permits for some new structures on his property, but he's never applied for building permits. Dunn County Sheriff Kevin Bigd told News 18 Jeffs has been on his radar for about 2 years, but his department has no legal reason to investigate for any criminal activity.
Pretty much everyone is looking forward to seeing the season truly change for spring.
But with warmer temperatures also comes an unwanted pest. We'll hear some tips on staying safe right after the break.
Need a better night's sleep? Shop Furniture and Appliance Mart's massive 3-day mattress event. Save $200 instantly on top brand mattresses at checkout. And get a Serta Perfect Sleeper for only $8 per month with no money down. Plus free local delivery at Furniture and Appliance Mart.
In every corner of Wisconsin, you'll find Wisconsin lottery winners. Some live in the city, others out in the country. Some play in their lucky socks, others wear their favorite hat. But one thing's for sure. Last year, tens of thousands of players won across the state. In fact, Wisconsin Lottery awards over $1.5 million in prizes every day. That's a lot of winners you'll find in Wisconsin.
Freshly mown grass and sounds of friends' laughter is in the air. You're ready to rock the summer, and so is Wickersham Jewelry during their annual Diamonds and Grill event, April 3rd through the 22nd. Give her the gorgeous ring she's been dreaming of. And get the Yeti Tundra, Yeti Hopper 8, or Traeger Grill you've always wanted with a qualifying purchase. Interest-free financing available. Wickersham Jewelry. If you can dream it, we can make it.
Sure is nice to have my 3 older kids home to visit. Oh yeah, I love coming home. I miss having soft water.
That's why I bring my laundry home on the weekend.
It's so much better for my hair too, but you wouldn't know anything about that, Corey.
Well, that's why my hair looks so nice and moisturized.
What do you know about moisturized hair?
Well, having two older sisters and a brother who only showers a couple times a week helps.
Well, actually, 72 years of treating water in Wisconsin is our family story. You kids are pretty well versed in water.
So let us make your family's water better today.
To everyone who believes in tradition, come enjoy a few of ours from Wisconsin.
People in Wisconsin love a good fish fry.
Really love. And we love sharing it with guests everywhere. At Culver's, we still batter our North Atlantic cod by hand to order.
And we cook it to a crispy, golden perfection just for you.
For you.
For you. So it's crispy outside, flaky inside. Let us take care of you. With some homegrown traditions we were raised on.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Need a better night's sleep? Shop Furniture and Appliance Mart's massive 3-day mattress event. Save $200 instantly on top brand mattresses at checkout. And get a Serta Perfect Sleeper for only $8 per month with no money down. Plus free local delivery at Furniture and Appliance Mart.
In much of the U.S., tick season is already starting. And this year, there's a new warning about a rise in reported cases of a disease ticks can spread.
Mandy Gaither has more on the illness and what you can do to protect yourself and your family.
As the weather gets warmer, ticks get more active.
There are a lot of diseases that ticks can transmit to humans and to pets.
One emerging tick-borne disease is called babesiosis. It's usually caused by a parasite, says Dr. Bobby Pritt with Mayo Clinic.
This parasite lives in your red blood cells and can cause quite a serious, even fatal infection.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention say between 2011 and 2019, there was a significant rise in the number of cases reported in the U.S., primarily in the Northeast and Midwest. Severity of symptoms varies, but tends to be flu-like and can include fever, chills, sweating, loss of appetite, nausea, and fatigue.
If you're immunocompromised or don't have a functioning spleen, disease can become quite serious and can even result in death.
To protect yourself, practice the ABCs. A, avoid. Stay away from tall grasses and other areas in the woods where ticks are found. B, bug spray. The CDC recommends one containing DEET or picaridin among other active ingredients. And C, cover up. Clothing can protect against bites.
And last but not least, when you come inside, make sure you check yourself, your children, your family members, and your pets for ticks and remove them as soon as you find them.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
What's the perfect way to spend a summer afternoon at your lake home? On a pier made by Pier of the North. We're making a splash with time-saving piers because you deserve more ways to play and enjoy summer days. Made in St. Germain, come and visit us.
Northland Basement Systems is the all things basementy company. Basement waterproofing, basement finishing, basement structural repair, humidity and mold control, and nasty crawl spaces too. When it comes to basement solutions, nobody does it better than we do. Since 1991, homeowners just like you in the Northland have trusted Northland Basement Systems for all things basementy in their homes. Call Northland Basement Systems today to schedule a free home evaluation.
Continuous hit country, Coyote 93.7 is the only station giving one lucky listener $9,370. Listen carefully for the Coyote Cash Register. Caller 20 on the studio line will be instantly qualified to win the cash May 20th. Listen carefully for the Coyote Cash Register. Check out all the contest rules at coyote937.com. Good luck winning your $9,370 from the Northwoods Country Leader. Continuous hit country, Coyote 93.7.
As a veteran of our country's armed services, you have already made the ultimate sacrifice. Why should you have to continue to do that? Through no fault of your own, you may be experiencing hardships, such as the inability to pay rent, utilities, or receive other life-sustaining services. And once again, you're called upon by your family to serve and protect. We want you to know we are here to support you. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin, with benefit approvals being issued to veterans in just days, not months. It's not easy to ask for a hand up, but we are clear in our mission. No Wisconsin veteran should ever have to face homelessness or lose heat, power, or water again. 833-WIS VRAP. That's 833-947-8727.
Guess who's making a splash? Pier of Denord, of course. We make installing your dock easy enough for just one person, and you don't even have to get wet. With our piers, there's less maintenance, no rust, and no fuss, because we're factory direct. Made in St. Germain, come and visit us.
Builder Service. We are your hometown hardware store. Plumbing, electrical, paint, automotive, keys, tools, lawn and garden. We're more than just a lumberyard. Highway 45 in Elko.
Well, Jeff and Jessica, I stumbled upon this wonderful snow pile in downtown Rhinelander earlier today. I think this thing is going to last till May. It's probably about 20 feet tall.
That's like 2.5 dans.
Tall.
Yeah, it's pretty tall.
Jeff, what will this warmer temperatures do for those snow
It's going to
packs?
melt it. It's going to melt it quickly. In fact, we have 70s in the 7-day forecast. And, we got to be careful because we could melt it too quickly with the ground still frozen and cause some flooding around here later on next week. So we'll keep an eye on that for you. But outside there now, here's look at the Mackinac Bridge. Look at it. Beautiful, right? I'll actually be there next month on a project working on there. But overall, it's kind of cloudy up that way and windy today. We've had wind gusts that are 40 to 50 miles per hour, but temperatures, it's cold, right? With temperatures in the 30s, wind out of the west at 20 to 30 miles per hour. It's giving us feel-like temperatures pretty much all day long today in the teens. That's not normal. That's not nice either, but we're going to work on it because we have warmer temperatures on the way. Not tonight. So tonight, low temperatures down near 10 with that radiational cooling, no clouds out there tonight. But then look what happens. Here we go. I'll show it again. The problem with this is a speed bump on Saturday morning. Somebody could get several inches of snow early Saturday. It's all going to melt by Easter Day. And then look we're in the 60s to low 70s through much of next week.
I don't believe it. There's no way.
It's happening. It's happening, Dan.
You'll need your sunscreen next week. Thanks, Jeff. We'll see you back here at
10. Mr. Food Test Kitchen is brought to you by Golden Carrot Jewelers and Rhinelander Cafe and Pub.
As the weather starts to warm up and our taste buds start craving foods that are lighter and brighter, we've got just the thing to bring to the table. So, what do you say you put away that banana and pumpkin bread recipe and try this fresh tasting one for a change?